This is KSN News 3 at 5.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Jeff Herndon.
And I'm Julia Thatcher. The search warrant allowing the raid on the Marion County Record newspaper is withdrawn. Today, the paper told it will receive its seized items back. Computers, cell phones taken by Marion police last week.
It comes as the paper puts out this first print edition. The headline, you see it here, seized but not silenced. KSN's Zena Taher has been covering this story from the beginning. She joins us live now in Marion with today's new development. Zena.
Jeff, Julia, the KBI says this investigation will continue, but without any of the items that were seized in the raid on Friday. Now, this all started as an investigation into whether a journalist had illegally accessed criminal justice information about a local business owner. The paper had said it was following up on a tip, but didn't publish what it found. The KBI took over the investigation Monday and said today that it will not review or examine any of the evidence that was seized on Friday. The Marion County attorney also saying today that he reviewed the evidence on Monday that led to the warrant being issued last week. And today he found, quote, insufficient evidence to establish a legally sufficient nexus between this alleged crime and the places searched and the items seized, end quote. The publisher's attorney says a forensic expert will look at all the items seized to ensure they were not accessed before they're brought back to the newspaper office. The newspaper published its first edition since the raid today. Publisher Eric Myers said his team worked until 5 this morning to make sure the paper was ready to go using old computers.
When I said that I would have gone out and, if we couldn't have gotten the newspaper printed, handwritten it on Post-it notes and taken it to every door in town, I think most of the rest of our staff would have too. I mean, it just was that important that we not be deterred by something like this.
Meyer says the paper is a bit thin today and they weren't able to dig into some local stories they had hoped to, including a report on the county budget. Coming up tonight at 6, next steps for the paper and for the investigation. Here for you, Marion County, Zena Taher, KSN News 3.
And the debate over press freedom prompted by the raid getting more attention, including some from the White House.
It is important to me and from here and to the president to reiterate, as he has done many times before, the freedom of the press. That is the core value when we think about our democracy.
There are still calls for the investigation into the raid. The Radio, Television, Digital News Association today says it, quote, still seeks justice and accountability and the initiation of a thorough and transparent review of the police department's actions. Stay tuned for continuing coverage of this story, from the investigation to what comes next for the community.